What up, JP Nation? This your boy JP. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel where we do basketball reaction videos and other basketball content. If you love the game of basketball like I do, make sure you subscribe to ItzJustJP down below. Click the notification bell. You know why our next upload is on the road to 40K. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I am going to be going live for the first time on my channel this Thursday night at 8 p.m. Again, this Thursday night at 8 p.m. going live for the first time. I'm going to be talking new and old school basketball topics. I'm going to give y'all trivia at the beginning so that y'all have time to think about it before I reveal the answer at the end. And also some surprises too as well, so you don't want to miss my first live this Thursday night at 8 p.m. So please check it out. Today we are reacting to the best Larry Bird versus Luka Doncic story ever told. Man, Luka Doncic has been compared to Larry Bird for some time now. A lot of people comparing their games in terms of their offense, in terms of just like their step backs, and also just the pace and how they play the game in terms of them not being as much athletic, and also the IQ and the pace that they play in, not quick, but they're so crafty too as well. So I am ready to get into this video, the best Larry Bird versus Luka Doncic story ever told. Shout out to Prime Larry Bird for the videos. And without further ado, let's go and get into the video. Make sure you rack up the likes. And I'm just going to say this, there's no comparison. There is no comparison. Luka is not Larry Bird. I'll explain why at the end of the video. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Before we begin, let's get one thing out of the way.
Larry Bird said that there would be another Larry Bird.
He did say that.
And Larry, there will never, ever, ever be another Larry Bird.
Thanks.
Magic Johnson said that in 1993. And 25 years later, Luka Doncic was drafted to the NBA, and their similarities were undeniable.
Luka's got a pass to the basket. Oh! Wait a minute, Luka.
I've never compared a player to him until now. I'm talking about pace, court vision, and versatility.
Oh my goodness. What a find by Luka.
Pace I can
That
see.
play right there, that's what gave me the Larry Legend flashbacks. I was like, I've seen that before. And I'm not saying it because of their skin, I'm saying it because of their pace. Larry Bird, in the modern game, if he was facing the floor as the primary ball handler, he would look like Luka.
And although Luka Doncic has a long way to go before he's even considered in the same breath as Larry Bird,
Yes.
I'm about to show you why Luka Doncic is uniquely worthy of this comparison.
Oh, Jesus.
Because later in the video, Luka had a game so impossibly great that not even Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, or even Larry Bird himself
Talking about that Nick
can
game,
say
I
they
bet
had.
you.
But anyone who's ever watched both Larry and Luka
That's
play
pass.
can all see one glaring similarity.
He does have one thing that Bird has. It stands out so big. It's that killer dog instinct. And he got it. I don't care who you line up across from him. He doesn't care. He is going to be an assassin. You know exactly what he's going to try to do, and he's going to get it done. That's the type of player Larry Bird was, and that's the type of player we're identifying and seeing in Luka in today's game.
Richardson, left side of the floor. Luka's three is a win.
I remember that. He did the same thing against Boston in that same
I
corner.
would be afraid to play against Luka. I'm telling you personally, that's how good he is. He's this much below Larry Bird, or maybe that much. But Larry Bird would put fear in me and everyone else just like Luka does. And I watched him going, man, this dude, every move Kevin McHale's ever had plus,
Woo, man.
and he could put the ball in the basket.
And not only can Luka score like Larry, but he does it while talking trash like Larry too.
So Larry got in the game one time, and for some reason Chuck Daly puts me in. And Larry looks around and goes, "You on me?" I said, "Yeah, I got size on you right now. I've been watching every movie." He goes, "Y'all not double teaming?" And he's looking around. He goes, "Yo." I go, "Nah, it's just me, fella." He goes, "Mouse in the house. Mouse in the house." And they change the play, and he catches the ball. He does this. and he shoots it. He says, "Sal, you better ask for a double team, bro."
That was just one of many Larry Bird trash-talking stories. And Luka Doncic already has an iconic trash-talking story of his own.
Come on, Rudy.
After Game 5 of the Western Conference semifinals, Luka's Dallas Mavericks were down 3-2 in the best-of-7 series to the number 1 seeded Phoenix Suns. During the game, Phoenix's best player, Devin Booker, trolled Luka by laying on the floor and exaggerating like he was really hurt, and then said a phrase that will forever live in infamy.
Such a dumbass.
The Luka special. After that game, Luka walks back to the locker room and in front of all of the cameras and media yells, "Everybody acting tough when they up." The sheer confidence to say something like that, even after a loss in a 3-2 deficit against the number 1 seeded team in the NBA, is a mentality that even Michael Jordan himself would respect.
Appreciate.
That's the sign of a good man. If you can talk shit when it's even score, or talk shit when you're behind score. When you're ahead, it's easy to talk.
It's easy.
Let's see if all that trash talking starts when it's 0-0.
After Luka Doncic said what he said, he proceeded to win Game 6 and Game 7 to send the Phoenix Suns home in one of the worst blowouts in NBA history. And now, every time Luka puts on a show against any given team, it will forever be called the Luka Special.
We're going to be seeing this photo for a long time. This shot will hang on permanent display in the Museum of Ass Kickings. I call him Luka Legend, like Larry Legend. He is very comparable to Larry Bird. Both could handle the ball. Both could run and initiate the offense. Both were tremendous passers. Both can shoot with distance. Neither one is what we would call today athletic. They don't jump that high. They aren't that fast. But because of their basketball IQ, because of their craftiness, because of their strength, they can override their lack of athleticism.
Now let's point out the elephant in the room. The real reason for the Luka Doncic Larry Bird comparison. The one I've been trying to avoid all video. The most obvious and undeniable thing that ties Luka and Larry together is the step back jump shot.
They do have it similar.
How, you may ask?
Except for the difference. There's a difference.
The shot that Luka Doncic perfected, Larry Bird invented.
Was doing it back in the 80s.
Yes, Larry Bird was the first player ever to do a step back jump shot. It was so deadly, just look what it did to this defender.
Bird could get to any spot that he wanted to and hit you with that step back fadeaway.
Larry had the greatest step back I ever saw. You know, because he would give it to you on your left, and then he would step back and let it go.
And see, people don't realize how big Larry was. He was 6'10". He was 6'10".
Yeah.
Shooting that. There was nothing you could do
Tell us about
Nothing
this,
you can do.
Tell us about Larry Bird.
Seems like you have some experience on this topic.
Oh man, Isaiah going at Dominique, man. Dominique needs to go get himself a doobie. Speaking of which, I gotta have me a doobie right here, man. Hey, if you never had a doobie, I suggest you need to go visit their website, man. Doobie is a energy drink that can help you stay up at night. There's no caffeine. It's sugar free. It's gentleless. It gives you that energy that you need. It helps me stay up at night, being able to edit the content and being able to give you the best content for y'all when I put out a video on YouTube. This really does help me out, so definitely go to their website, doobie.gg. Use promo code ItzJustJP to get 10% off your order. Is going to be in the description. They got so many different flavors. My favorite one is the Beach and Peach, so please go to Doobie's website, get you a Doobie drink. It's like I said, it's caffeine free, it's sugar free too as well. It still gives you the energy just to be able to do more stuff, so please go visit Doobie, and shout out to Doobie for being one of the sponsors for ItzJustJP.
Wonder why they're all laughing? Because look what Larry's step back jump shot did to the human highlight film Dominique.
Oh yeah, he broke his ankle too.
Have a big night.
Woo!
doesn't stop there. Dominique Wilkins was on the wrong side of Larry Bird's highest scoring game ever.
60 points.
Well, Kevin McHale scored 57 one night. So Bird said, I'm going to break your record against Atlanta. I'm like, won't get 55, not here. You know, well,
New Orleans.
he got so hot in that game. I've never seen a guy get that hot before. You talk about that patented step back. He was doing that step back. He was scoring anywhere on the floor he wanted.
2:05 remaining in the third. Bird for the bomb.
When Buzz hot, you can't stop her.
You're seeing the greatest in the game, Larry Bird.
He hit you with either hand, too.
Bob Cousy, Casey Jones, Red Auerbach, who think he's the best ever.
Bird got his own, and he started calling his shots. He started setting off the glass. That was the one game that I think he tortured Dominique. He saw Dominique as up-and-coming player, and he just tortured him. He was calling shots off the glass. Who's next? Where do you want this one from? And he just made one after another. When he got to about the 55th point, he knew it was something special. His last shot, he said, hitting the trainer's lap down the court, which meant it was going to be a three, and it's going to be awful. And then he said, who wants it? And I think Ricky Brown, I'm not for sure who it was, ran out after him, and he shot this high rainbow. It goes in, Ricky bumps into him and accidentally knocks him on our trainer's lap. So it was exactly what he said. It was an accident, but it was almost fake. And they show a shot of our bench. Cliff Liddy's are standing up giving each other high fives. It was pretty awesome.
Larry Bird had a career high 60 points that game.
With 3 seconds, Bird will try another jumper.
Buzzer beater,
and
too.
hit at the buzzer. Bird has 60 points. It is the greatest shooting exhibition I've ever seen in my life.
Which brings me to Luka Doncic's best game
Guess the
ever.
next 60
They have been
points.
playing basketball in the NBA for more than 75 years. And tonight, what Luka Doncic gave us has never been seen before in the league.
With 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter, Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks were losing by 9 points. A deficit that no team
How would you
in
let
the
Dallas
last
come back
20
next?
seasons has ever come back from with
How would
such
you?
little time
How
on the
would
clock.
you?
Bro, we were getting lit up. We were getting smoked.
But the Mavericks came down, hit a quick three-pointer, and Luka immediately forces a jump ball on the inbound pass. And then this happened.
And they call a jump ball. Possession, 20 seconds to go. Hardaway, three-pointer. Short, Doncic on the foul. Banks it all in a foul. He got fouled. 50 for Doncic.
Dude's going for like 40 and 50. You know what I'm saying? It's like a frantic dash to like tie the game.
Looking, that's close to 5 seconds. Dinwiddie gets it. Dinwiddie fires up the three.
We had like 9 points in like 2 seconds.
And after the other team hit 2 more free throws, Luka Doncic ends up on the free throw line with only 4 seconds left on the clock. He makes the first, but they're still down by 2 points. So now Luka needs a miracle. His only chance to win the game would be to intentionally miss a free throw, beat 5 people to the ball, grab his own rebound, and somehow hit a shot in 4 seconds.
Now the Knicks need a defensive rebound. Deflected ball loose. Still
Ain't got it. Everybody went crazy. Everybody went crazy.
That's exactly what he did.
Think about how deflating it is, right? For sure. Like, to even get to overtime, you had a big lead. We actually tied the game and get to overtime. Luka got to have 50 at the time, right? I don't know how much he scored in overtime, but he's got to have 50, 52, something like that. Going crazy. He starts calling out what he's going to do.
No way.
Because it takes like, you got to be really nice to do that.
Yes.
Like,
That's some Larry Bird shit.
oh, yeah, like, I'm sitting right here, and he's like, Spence, watch what I do to him. I'm finna go down, I'm gonna post up one leg fake.
He did that too.
Doncic drives.
Oh, Julius.
Puts it up.
Bop.
Puts it in. Luka Doncic. He's got 58.
Hey, listen, man. LD got game, bro.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh my goodness gracious. I feel bad for Knicks fans because, I mean, Luka did that Luka did that to y'all. Luka did that to y'all. Imagine if it was at the Knicks at the Knicks arena. Oh my God, it would be a riot because Luka and the Mavericks down by 9 points, 33 seconds left, and did that and tied it up in overtime and beat y'all. Crazy. Reggie Miller freaking scored 8 points in, 8.9 seconds, and beat y'all. And that was the playoff game. Man. I feel bad for Knicks fans because, man, they got to live through this one forever. They're going to be like, that's one of those games or two of those games you're like, damn, why would they do that to us like that, man? I feel bad for Knicks fans.
Luka Doncic dropped 60 points as the Mavericks hold on to win that game. This once-in-a-lifetime comeback, combined with this game-tying shot to lead a team to victory with not only 60 points and 10 assists, but also 21 rebounds. The only 60-20-10 game ever recorded will go down as one of the greatest individual performances of all time.
Facts. And if you was there live and you used SeatGeek for that, I am so jealous of y'all, man, because that was once in a lifetime where you see something that magical happen. And speaking of SeatGeek, shout out to our other sponsor, SeatGeek, man. They are very tremendous. If you go to SeatGeek.com, the basketball season is coming up. Football season is underway. If you need to go to an NFL game or a basketball game or a concert or a wrestling event, go to SeatGeek.com. Go ahead and get your tickets. It will let you know what seat you're going to be in. It also shows you the view of the seat too as well. So if you go to SeatGeek.com, if you use the promo code ItzJustJP, and you be able to enjoy the festivities, whether you're at a basketball game or a football game or a concert or wrestling event, please go to SeatGeek.com and go ahead and get your tickets today. Shout out to our other sponsor, SeatGeek. Let's go ahead and get back into the video.
So when you compare Luka Doncic to Larry Bird, don't take it as disrespect to Larry Bird. Take it as the ultimate compliment. Because not only was this possibly the greatest individual game ever, but Luka Doncic is on pace to be one of the greatest players ever.
Facts.
It's just a matter of time.
Facts.
We're going to talk about Luka. He will be in the conversation for best player in the world. So I call him a new age version of Larry Bird.
Even former Boston Celtic Cedric Maxwell, who played 6 seasons and won 2 championships alongside Larry Bird, had this to say about Luka Doncic. You can quote me. This is Larry Bird reincarnated.
You got to take the compliment that is coming from that comparison. All the greats, if you are compared to another great, guess what they're saying? Congratulations, we think you're great. It's actually the rites of passage.
Fortunately, and one of the best things about Luka is you never hear him brag about being great.
Facts.
It's always other people. He lets his game do all of the talking.
In the corner, Luka! Goes in! How did he do it?
Remember that.
How did he do it? That is Luka magic!
So when Luka was asked if he thinks he's Larry Bird reincarnated, he said, "You can't compare me to Larry Bird, with all of the things he's done. I just want to keep hooping and having fun out there playing basketball."
I love that.
But is he right? Or is he just being humble?
There are so many similarities to the game, but to compare him, you start to look at legacy versus who he is right now. Now, Luka's got a long way to go before he could be in a conversation with Larry Bird, but are there skill similarities? Yes.
Now, if you agree that it's too early to compare the two, that's understandable. But Mark Jackson, who played 15 years in the NBA and is the 6th all-time leader in assists, has already seen enough from Luka Doncic.
One of Larry Bird's best friends in life is Rick Carlisle,
Right.
the former coach of the Dallas Mavericks, who made the statement comparing Luka to Bird. Size, strength, toughness, competitive spirit, not afraid of the bright lights. I don't want to point at anybody on the top 50 list,
Right.
but he's better than some of those guys.
Right.
And I watched some of those guys.
Right.
When they matched up against the Clippers in the playoffs, I'm sitting there saying Kawhi, Paul George, Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
They got guys.
Morris.
They got guys that's not only going to defend them, but they're going to try to beat him up.
Right.
And I want to see how he's going to respond because I'm not sure he's ever faced this type of pressure defensively, and he's about to face.
Right.
He put on a clinic, almost like they were little kids trying to defend
Right.
him.
That record was identical to their home record, 21 and 15. A drive by Luka, a foul on Patrick Beverly.
Where he imposed his will on them and took everything that they had to offer and was the best player.
Back to Doncic. Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Luka Doncic is the real deal.
To make every pass, to feel like you could make every shot, to do so without being fleet of foot, to do so with kind of a cockiness, arrogance, but confidence that is infallible, to raise your team to greater heights than previously discovered, that was Larry Bird. That's Luka Doncic.
2 seconds left. In the Bird. He fires. He has! And the Celtics win!
Got to get it in. Here's Luka. Gets it away.
Wow.
It's gone! A Doncic
Wow.
dagger!
But if you just kind of release yourself from the have to be exact comparisons of the world, and you're just honest and real with yourself, you'll go, Luka's the closest thing we've had to Bird since Bird. And when we had Bird, the sport was at its absolute peak. I think that's there for the league. But I think one reason it's there is that guy reminds a lot of people, myself included, of Larry freaking Legend.
Here's Doncic.
Come on, Luka.
It's like he's in his backyard. He's not from this planet.
Great video about prime Larry Bird on the best Larry Bird versus Luka Doncic story ever told. You know, everybody's just so in love with Luka's game, and Luka's a great player. Like, Luka's still young, and he's probably gonna get like MVP trophies and championships for years to come. However, how long he's gonna be in the league, he's gonna be in that conversation of best player in the world, one of the best players in the world. And you know, yeah, he's such a great player. I wouldn't really compare him to Larry Bird, though. I understand why people compare them because of skill sets. Yeah, they play at the same pace. They're both crafty with the basketball. Both can pass the basketball. But there's just things that Larry Bird does things better than Luka does. Like, first, like, Larry Bird is a much better shooter than Luka. Yeah, Luka can hit those shots. He can, but Larry could do it more efficiently. Like, Luka never been in the 50, 40, 90 club 4 times like Larry Bird did. Like, you haven't seen Luka in a 3-point contest and winning the 3-point contest 3 years in a row. Like, Larry shooting was unbelievable. And when you know it's clutch time, the ball is going to be in Larry Bird's hands all the time now. So, now, yeah, they both got that step back jump shot, which is unbelievable. Like, Luka is so unbelievable. Larry's was just, I mean, it was just telling a story knowing that it was going to go in. So, yeah, offensively, you can see the skill sets, but Larry Bird was a much better shooter. Larry Bird can also play off the ball. Luka can never play off the ball. Luka always need to have the ball in his hands at all times to be able to be effective. Larry could play off the ball because he could shoot the basketball. Like, all you gotta do, like Dennis Johnson was the point guard, and all Larry had to do was go through screens and get open with the shots. He thinks the game through. Like, he could play both on and off the ball. If Luka can play off the ball, he would be so dangerous. Like, Steph Curry could play on and off the ball because he's that lethal. Luka only plays on the ball. He never plays off the ball. He needs to practice more off the ball. So that's another difference right there with Larry and Luka, is that Larry could play off the ball. Larry is a much better defender than Luka. Luka never made an all-defensive team a couple of times. He never led the league in defensive win shares like Larry Bird did. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. Like, you know, sometimes we gotta like we get so in love and enamored with these comparisons. Like, oh my God, LeBron James, when he first came into the league, he is the next Michael Jordan. No, he's not. No, he's not. Stop. Just stop. Yeah, like Luka, like you can say like Luka kind of plays like Larry Bird in the way he's a close thing of Larry Bird. You can say so, but don't say he's like Larry Bird. Like he's never gonna be Larry Bird. And like I say, he's still young. And maybe he'll probably become an all-defensive, player maybe one day if he practices, or he can maybe lead the league in defensive win shares, and maybe he'll win his shell championship and MVP trophies. Who knows what the future holds for Luka Doncic? But if he's healthy, it's going to be scary. It's going to be scary. But we got to see more of that to put him in a comparison with Larry Bird, though. But there's some similar skill sets, I say, of Luka and Larry Bird being the same type of thing. But in terms of comparison, no, there is no comparison at all. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments, though. But I just wish people could stop comparing players. I wish people could just let them just play. Like, let Luka be the next Luka Doncic. Let Giannis be the next Giannis. Let LeBron, let KD be KD. Let Steph be Steph. Joe, you don't have to compare these players to past players. You don't have to do that, but it just makes it so fun and debatable for everybody, and everybody's going to be arguing, and it's just going to generate views. We got to stop with these comparisons, man. Like, it's just getting ridiculous out here. So, but let me know in the comments below, and then tell me your thoughts. If you think that they should be compared, please let me know in the comments. If you think I'm wrong, please let me know I'm wrong. But yeah, this is probably gonna be my last Larry Bird reaction video in terms of the series. I'm still gonna react to Larry Bird, but I ain't gonna react to Larry Bird each video and everything, because I'm gonna go into a different series. I did put a poll out there in terms of who you want me to do a series next: Michael Jordan, Wilt Chamberlain, or other. You can comment the player's name. Please go onto my community wall and make sure you participate in the poll, whether you want to see a series of Michael Jordan, a series of Wilt Chamberlain, or just another player that I haven't put right there in the poll. Please comment that player. But no, it's been fun learning Larry Bird, and just fun, just appreciating his game. He's one of the greatest of all time, and listening to the stories, looking at the games, looking at the highlights. I mean, Larry was just amazing, and there would never ever be another Larry Bird, unfortunately. So, but I had fun with this one, and I'm also going live too as well this Thursday night at 8 p.m. You don't want to miss it. If you tuned in and you missed the beginning, I'm going live this Thursday night, 8 p.m. I'm going to be discussing new and old basketball topics, NBA trivia at the beginning, so y'all can think about it before I reveal the answer at the end, and surprises too as well, so you don't want to miss it. Thursday night, 8 p.m. Make sure you subscribe to ItzJustJP for more content. Click notification bell. You know what our next upload is. Thank you all so much for supporting me since day one. Thank you all so much for the love and feedback you have given towards my channel. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'm JP. Y'all have such a wonderful day. Peace.